The Music Ministry of David Trolley. Thank you, David. Thank you. That, for some reason, always makes me cry. And yeah, and the way you sing it makes me cry. Thank you. Thank you. I love it. And it's so true. We can be kind. Oh, we can be kind. Let's tell Russia and Ukraine that we can be kind. We can be kind to each other. We can love each other. We can help each other. We can be kind. So today we talk about kindness, and it's a great time to talk about kindness. There's so many things going on in the month of February that have to do with kindness that I had to make a list of them all, because, you know, tomorrow's Valentine's Day, and gosh, isn't that about kindness? That's about love. That's about being kind to each other. It's about giving each other a Valentine and telling each other that we're thinking about each other and being kind to each other. Flowers are abundant, and I stopped at Sam's or Sue's floral shop, a little floral shop in Pleasant Hills, to pick these up, and they had a tent set up filled with flowers, and everybody was just lining up to get flowers. It was so wonderful. And so Valentine's Day is coming, and we're giving Valentines to everybody. And I want to ask you to consider giving a Valentine to yourself this year, to just, whatever that looks like, to give a Valentine to yourself, to do a card, make a video, look in the mirror and say, Happy Valentine's Day, Richard. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you. I love you and I respect you. And you're kind, and be kind to you. I am kind to me. This Valentine's Day, give yourself a Valentine. Be kind to yourself. As we begin embodying kindness, the song said it all. And I'm going to say it over and over again because I want you to hear it today. Be kind to yourself. We can run out and be kind to others, but before we truly know kindness, we have to be kind to ourselves. So, and what else is happening this month? Well, we've been celebrating Black History Month, and last week was, the last 2 weeks were great. Reverend Vernell last week laid it on the line, and gosh, speaking of human kindness, for a long time, and we have had problem being kind to people that were a different color. And if we can be kind to ourselves for being white, we can certainly be kind to others just because they're not white. Does the privilege of being white give us the right not to be kind? No, it doesn't. And so as we're kind to ourselves, we're kind to others, no matter what color they are, no matter what religion they are, no matter what gender they are, no matter what sexual orientation they are. We're just kind to ourselves and we're kind to each other. So Black History Month is a joy to celebrate, to watch everything that's on the little little blurbs that pop up on television about Black history, and on the radio and on the internet. And it's a time to celebrate it. And it's a time to be kind. It's also a time to be kind to ourselves for the unkindnesses that we didn't even know that we were being. That the innateness of our white privilege, we need to be kind to ourselves about that if we're white and we've exercised that white privilege. We have to be kind to ourselves as we change, and as we're kind to others, we have to be kind to ourselves. Oh, and if that wasn't enough, on February 17th, on Thursday, do you know what day that is? It's Random Acts of Kindness Day. How appropriate for my talk on embodied kindness. I think they put it there just for that. And so it's Random Acts of Kindness Day. So on that day, I know you're all going to get up and do random acts of kindness, but I want you to start the day by being kind to yourself. to really be kind to yourself on Random Acts of Kindness Day, to look in the mirror and say, I love you, to say, I want to be kind to you. I'm grateful for everything that you give me. I'm grateful for all the sights I see and the things I smell and the things I taste, the things I touch. Start the day. Start Random Acts of Kindness Day by being kind to yourself. And then, of course, and Sandra mentioned it and Renewal mentioned it, that it's the season of nonviolence, 64 days from January 30th to April 4th. Yo, Russia, it's a season of nonviolence, 64 days. Hello. So the Gandhi King season of nonviolence. And, you know, I want to call to your attention, most of you have heard of AGNT. We call it AGENT, the Association for Global New Thought. Their website has wonderful practices for a season of nonviolence if you're interested. There's 64 ways in 64 days, and there's weekly practices. So as we move through the season for nonviolence, let's practice. Let's practice nonviolence within our own self, within our own families, within our own workplace. Let's practice. There's that word again. Practice, practice. We have to practice. Yeah, we do. We have to practice kindness to ourselves. We're not used to it, are we? It's so easy not to be kind to ourselves. So we have to practice being kind to ourselves. So we move through the month of February with all kinds of things going on. And can you believe it? Lent is around the corner. It feels like we just did the Advent meditation. It's going to be time for the Lent meditation, and I'll be starting that. Lent starts on the 2nd of March, and Easter is August 17th this year. So I'll be doing the Lenten meditation every day at noon, starting on the 2nd of March from 12 to 12:30. The link will be in the newsletter and on the website. And speaking of the e-news, Cam mentioned about membership renewal, and that's available now. So you can go on the e-news and renew your membership so that you can vote at the annual meeting. Yes, a lot going on. And so, you know, at Easter, we take a look inside, we go deeper, we decide to give something up in Lent, a thought that's not serving us, a thought that we want to move forward without, that we want to let go of. We want to change. We want to be something else other than that thought. So during Lent, we work up, we practice giving it up. And then as we come into Easter, we've practiced enough so that we can give it up and then we don't take it back. You know, it's not like giving up macaroni and cheese for Lent, you know, and then on the day, on Easter Monday, you make a pound of it and eat it all. And then, so you give up the thought and you don't take it back. And to get ready for that Lent, I'm inviting you to take a look inward. And so for the next 3 weeks, Martha Creek and I will be doing a series on the book by the contemplative Richard Rohr called The Naked Now, about the mystic that we truly are. And in order to be that mystic, we have to really begin taking a deep look inside. And so we begin that today by taking a deep look inside at our own kindness, how kind we are to ourselves. And over the next three weeks, we're going to talk about seeing and hearing differently, going up to a higher vibration, a higher spiritual level, being up a little bit higher. And so if you're willing, let's start today by taking a look at ourselves, to become a little more intimate with ourselves, to begin to embody kindness, to know kindness, to allow kindness to grow within us. We begin, of course, by being kind to ourselves. And I've already asked you to give yourself a Valentine. And if you're not being kind to yourself in some way, call that to your mind's eye right now, so you can start being kind to yourself and let go of that. Call that to your mind right now and begin to let it go. Begin to be kind to yourself about it. Focus on your Valentine to yourself and begin today to be kind to yourself But here's the thing, why am I asking you to be kind to yourself? Because we're talking about compassion. And in the West, our idea of compassion has to do with giving selflessly to others. There's not much in our compassion narrative that has to do with giving kindness to ourselves as well. There's not much. We don't stop and focus on that. It's go out and be kind to somebody else. Willa Blythe Baker writes an article in Spirituality and Health, and she says that I would say that becoming really intimate with your own experience, intimate with your own body, your own mind, is one of the deepest kindnesses you can show to yourself. To really become intimate with yourself, to really become intimate with your body, to really look at your body and become intimate with it, to be kind to it, to love it, to accept it, and to be kind to your mind, that you do have error thought as well as wrong thinking. And we all do. And it's what we choose to express in this human experience. And be kind to your mind for those thoughts that are in there that you don't want. Be kind to your own mind. When you're grounded and intimate with your own experience, you are embodying compassion for yourself. When you get really good at compassion for the self, you can come towards others with compassion in a way that you aren't thrown. You can come forward, you can come towards others, is what I'm trying to say. When you are really good at being compassionate with yourself, then you can come towards others with compassion in a way that you aren't thrown off balance. We get thrown off by being compassionate because we're not compassionate with ourselves and we don't know what to do with it. When we are off balance, we have compassion, but we undermine our own well-being, especially if we are particularly empathetic. We think we're giving kindness or service to another person, but in fact, we've actually made ourselves needy. We need to be taken care of because we've forgotten to take care of ourselves. Do you forget to take care of yourself? I think everybody does. And so it takes practice. And so be kind to yourself about forgetting to take care of yourself. Start right now. Be kind to yourself. I forget to take care of myself a lot, really. I mean, I forgot to put the stuff on under my eyes this morning that tightens them up a little bit so I can be kind to myself when I look in the mirror. So I went back in and put it on. I'm kind to myself, When we need to be the most effective form of compassion is a balance between care for the self and care for the other. And realizing that these two things are really care for the same. We have to do both in order to be a sustainable caregiver in the world. We have to do both to be a sustainable caregiver in the world. Intimacy is key. When we become intimate with ourselves, we realize that we're always going through something. Now, listen to this. This is important. So intimacy is key. When we become intimate with ourselves, we realize that we're always going through something. And then we realize that everyone is always going through something. That's the beauty of being human. It's also the pain of being human. So Blythe says that she likes to keep this phrase in mind. Everyone is going through something. Everyone is going through something. And when you do that, It's really easy to stay open and curious when you are in the presence of another person. When you wonder what they're going through, you soften. Everyone is going through something just like me. Everyone. Each of you are going through something. I'm going through something. We're all going through something just like me. And so make that your kindness motto, just like me. They're going through something, whatever it is, and I'm going through something. When we're human, we're always going through something. And when we realize that about each other, we can be kind to ourselves. We can be kind to each other. Know that kindness is innate. Kindness is innate, and yet you can also commit to working on it. Both of these things are true. And that's also true of what Buddhism calls Buddha nature. It's innate, and we also have to work on it. What's the other word for we also have to work on it? Practice. We have to practice. We have to work on it. We have to refine it. It's a good thing. Practice is a good thing. We have to refine it. We have to burnish the jewel. And that's true with compassion. And that's true with compassion. We have to work on it. We have to refine it. And we have to be kind to ourselves while we're doing that. We've been saying it for the last 2 years. Be gentle with yourself. Be kind to yourself. We said it 2-3 weeks ago when we talked about electronic ministry. Be kind to yourself. We're doing good. We did a good thing. Don't beat ourselves up because one Sunday the slides don't work, or I put the wrong slides up, or something like that. Don't beat yourself up. Be kind to yourself because you're doing good. You're moving through this human experience. We as a church are moving through this human experience. There's a witness in each of us that is naturally loving. It's a dimension of who we are. And when we slow down, there it is, when we slow down and introspect, we can find to gaze on our own experience that is loving. We can gaze on our own experience that's loving, and that's innate. That's innate. We don't know that unless we slow down and wait. Slow down and make space to see through the eyes of the loving witness. The loving witness is already gazing. The loving witness is already gazing, but we're not always in touch with that loving witness. So when we stop and step back and allow ourselves to see and hear differently, and I call on you to remember that as you begin to look at your mystical self, as we stop and we step back and we see and hear differently, then it's innate. Then it comes forward from us. If we try to grasp it, we won't find it. But if we relax, it will come forward because it's our natural state. Meditation helps us develop a non-judgmental awareness, which means that we learn not to demonize our thoughts and emotions. Does anybody here demonize their thoughts and emotions? No, never. Not me. I'm a new thought. I'm a new thought minister. I never do that. Practice, practice, practice. And also, so learn not to demonize and our thoughts and emotions and not glorify them either. And not glorify them. That's my problem. I can glorify them. Oh my gosh. And then who wants to get rid of them when you glorify them? That non-judgmental awareness can also be directed towards others. So we can stop those thoughts of judgment towards others. And through meditation, we can practice that. When we're less judgmental with others, we can truly feel compassionate for them. As long as we are judging others, that supports the love that we could have for them. So to wind this down, I have some mantras for you to take forward with you. And I'm just going to slowly say them and ask you to repeat them after me. And we'll put these up on the e-news for you so you don't have to write them down. And they're usually related to me, and they're related to you, and then they're related to life. And so when we start with the first one is, may I be filled with loving kindness. May I be filled with loving kindness. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be filled with loving kindness. May life be filled with loving kindness. May life be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be happy. May life be appreciative and thankful. May life be blessed with pure love and light. May I be blessed with pure source energy. May I be joyful. May I be now smiling. May I be now smiling. May you be now smiling. May life be now smiling. May I be in my body filled with truth. May you be in your body filled with truth. May I be larger. May I be larger to cultivate more loving kindness. May I be larger to cultivate more loving kindness. May you be healthy. May I be healthy. May I be safe and sustained by light and earth. And may I be blessed. May you be blessed. May life be blessed. Be kindness. Be loving kindness. You are loving kindness. Thanks for being here this week. Go forward in loving kindness this week. Thank you.